Welcome to my latest wilderness and landscape photography adventure here in Tasmania. Once again, I'm down at the Freycinet National Park and I've got the hazards in the background here at Coles Bay, which I was hoping to get a nice sunrise of this morning, but the sunrise itself was very flat and ordinary, so I haven't been too concerned chasing that composition this morning. I'm just going to have a wander around here just to see if there is anything that strikes my attention. But what I am going to show you today is what's involved in getting up on top of that middle peak there this morning, which is known as Mount Amos, and having a look down into Wineglass Bay, which is a very historical beach here in Tasmania and attracts thousands and thousands of visitors every year. Just come to my first real serious sign, saying that from this point on the track crosses very steep and slippery sections of rock, so good footwear, always recommended. I have been travelling for about 15 minutes quite steadily from the car now, and the views of Mount Amos and the hazards have been quite restricted to this point, so I'm guessing the feature of this walk today is to get to the top and see beyond. So let's go and have a look. As you can see, I've made it to the top of Mount Amos. It was a little bit trickier than I anticipated coming up the side of this mountain, and the fact is it was just quite slippery, some of those rock faces coming up, so I really do stress the importance of good footwear. The weather today was obviously rain in the morning, which is why I'm quite soaked at the moment, coming up past all these trees and shrubs, climbing this mountain, just brushing off on me. And it's supposed to be sunny up until about 8 AM and then the weather's supposed to crack up again and some potential thunderstorms coming into this afternoon. I don't think I'll be hanging around on the top of this mountain for those thunderstorms. The idea of sliding my way back down to the car park is not high on my list of priorities today. I have got the camera set up on the stand here. I've got a 35mm lens and I've got a circular polarizer on front. The camera is set up on f/16 at half a second. There is really no need for long drawn out exposures here, and there's no need for focus stacking either. My foreground is at least 10 to 15 meters away in front of me, so I don't need to worry about sharpness up close. I have taken one shot here, and I'll just take another one while these clouds are peeling in. And already I'm quite pleased with some of these images I've taken. First up here, looking over Wineglass Bay. I have got lucky. The clouds have come in from the west that I was hoping they would, and it is adding a really steely atmosphere behind Wineglass Bay at the moment. It is quite cold too. There's not much of a breeze, but what breeze there is quite chilling. I have got some compositions here, and I'm shooting around half a second to a second now, just with that light value changing, with the sun disappearing just on the horizon there. It does feel like it's going to rain actually, and I hope it doesn't. Like I said, it's going to be quite slippery coming in and back out of this track. I will hang around here for a little bit longer, which I've already done just to get these clouds. I'm just going to wait here, and the reason I'm going to wait here is I just want to see what this fog eventuates to. It might eventuate to nothing, but I have a feeling that I'm going to get some very nice images here this morning if I stick it out for a bit longer. So stay tuned. Just finished taking my photos for the morning, and I'm just about to, well, I'm actually just heading on my way back out now. I just grabbed an amazing photo just off to the side here, which I didn't film for you guys. I was just in too much of a hurry with the fog bellowing up through the valley here. I've just captured this really cool tree hanging off the side of the cliff there with the fog lifting its way up through the valley, so I'll give you a quick look at that picture now. It took about an hour for me to get up here, just in case you're wondering how long it actually takes to get up the top of this mountain. And just coming down, I've gone the wrong way. On my way back out here, I'm just going to keep my eye out for some more compositions. I have just spent the rest of the day hanging around the Freycinet National Park, and as predicted, the rain certainly came in all afternoon and the photography was almost non-existent for that part of the day. It was certainly bucketing down, which is nice to see here on the East Coast. I have come back down to this place I came in the morning. As you can see, the hazards are poking out above my head in the background there, but the level of cloud over the back of there is really not popping at the moment, so I've resorted to plan B, and I've turned the camera around the other way, and the cloud formation in the background is absolutely stunning at the moment, and I'm capturing these beautiful long exposures of up to 15 seconds at f11, and I've put on a circular polarizer, and I've also put a 6-stop neutral density filter on just to slow the action right down here. And as much as the ocean isn't really doing much at the moment, just enough movement in there is really creating a little bit more of a dynamic image. And I've just fired this off at 15 seconds and I'll give you guys a look. Waiting for the noise reduction, and I've also been waiting for that nice burst of light on the horizon. And I'm just going to check for sharpness before I get too excited here. And I've got some amazing reflections across this bay leading up into that really cool storm cloud that's passed by about half hour ago. So hanging around all day has really paid off, and I've got some amazing shots here at the end of the day, which really does show that you should hang around and persevere with what you're trying to do as a landscape photographer. So for now, I'm going to pack up and head back to the accommodation. And once again, thanks for watching my latest landscape and photography blog here in Tasmania. Stay tuned for more videos.